Hi guys, welcome to my booktube channel. My name is Tolani and today we are going to be speaking about Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. But if you are here and you haven't read the book yet, I am going to give you a quick summary of everything you need to know. So this book follows Kale Westfall, Nesrin, Philippe, and a third character I'm not going to mention just in case you've either read The Assassin's Blade or just don't know who she is altogether. But we are in a different continent. We are in Antarctica. And Antarctica is this beautiful, prosperous kingdom, very, very, very different from the one we've come to know, Ardalan. And so, yeah, that's where we are in the beginning of this. We are looking for allies in our war to fight against, we're saying the Valg, but really it's against many, many, many people, because we have an extensive list of enemies. Dorian has sent them off, go and find some allies for us to win this war, and that's how we end up in Antarctica, facing the great Kogan, I think it's pronounced. I was pronouncing it Kargan, but it's pronounced Kogan. Yeah, I'm right. So that's who we are facing. He is the king of this land, and he is the one we need to convince to give us his army, basically. Send his people to die for us. Because that's what we do in these novels. We ask people to die for our selfish yet noble causes. And that's all you need to know. If you think that you don't need to read this book, like I said before, I think, because you're not the biggest Kale fan, or you think it's not going to play a vital part in the 7th and final installation in the Throne of Glass series next year, you are incorrect. And you need to read it, because it plays a massive part. The stuff that's about to go down in the last book, yeah? It's all in here. So that's all I have to say for you non-spoilery people. Go read the book. It's very good. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this without spoiling you. So if you don't want to be spoiled, take your leave. Okay, my spoilery people, I'm going to continue off where I said I was before. So, we are, you know, we need the Kogan because of the Valg ultimately. But who are we kidding? Mayave is the Valg. She's the queen of the Valg. Not just any, you know, ordinary Valg. She's the queen. The queen. When I read that sentence, I was shook, because at first it didn't register in my mind until like a few seconds later. And so then I went back into the novel, the book, and I read it again, and I threw the Kindle on my bed. Like, I dashed it. I was shook. I was shaking. I couldn't pick it up for 10 minutes. I even looked through my notes. This is my trusty notepad, by the way. I looked through my notes to see if I wrote anything about it, and I didn't, because I was so angry. And I haven't reread the series yet, but I'm going to reread it and see if there were any like hints at Mayave being like the queen of the Valg. Like, that scene as well had me shook. Like, you guys should know the scene I'm talking about. We're with, you know, the spiders, because the spiders are Valg too. You know the spider that Manon went to steal the spider silk from to you know, kind of bind up Abrox's wings after they were like damaged? They are Valg too. And some of these Valg are in a place in Antarctica where we go with Nesrin and Satak. And like, the spiders are being really creepy. They've like injured Satak, and they have Nesrin like wrapped around in her spider silk, and they're all like we await our mistress, and for the door to open, our mistress, whom in this world is known by the name Mayave. Like, nah. And then we get the scene at the end, and it's like Eileen's there, and Mayave's like, oh, you're awake. Good. Let's begin. I was shook. But screw Mayave, because we all know she's gonna die at the end. Hopefully, we know she's gonna die. So I'm not too concerned about her, even though I was shook reading it, and I'm still shook, and I read it 2 days ago. I finished reading it 2 days ago. Now, we also find out some other bits of information that had me a bit worried. I just knew there were Valk kings. We have Valk princes, Valk princesses, and Valk kings and queens. There were 3 Valk kings. Maeve was married to one of them. The whole reason they're in this world is because Maeve's entitled husband flipping no, it's not even him. It's Maeve herself. No, it's still his fault. Because her entitled husband couldn't give her any space, she ripped open a gate in the world and swam through with her entitled self too. So the entitled husband now came through like, yeah, I need to get my wife back. Oh yeah, mate, I need to get my wife back. Get me. Because that's my thing. Get me. What? Check back. So he went to get his wife. Cool. Maeve dealt with them. We assume they're locked away somewhere. Maeve was the one who created those keys, which is why she wants them back so badly. Aileen to help with the Valk kings before, but she probably meant that promise to her, husband's brother, and she wants him gone. I want him gone too, but we're just replacing one devil for another one, and this devil that we're replacing the devil with is worse than that devil, if that made sense. It's getting too much for my heart, okay, Sarah? I can't take it anymore. We meet some amazing new characters. Borte, she's like Manon, except she's more open with her feelings, and I love her so much. I fell in love with her as soon as we met her. I really do love her, and she has like this fiance, and I knew this was her man as soon as like they were bickering. Like I knew it was her fiance. His name's like Yeren. I really like them too. Then we also meet Edge. Edge is the Hearth Mother. She's really fierce and strong and intelligent, and I like her. We also meet Irene Towers. If you've read The Assassin's Blade, you have met Irene before. I have not read The Assassin's Blade yet, but I will surely do that before the 7th book comes out next year. We also get the 5 heirs. One of them is dead. The 5 heirs, we meet Satak. I think he's amazing. I bloody love him in Nesrin. Oops, that's my bell.
A few moments later.
I love Nesrin. I love Nesrin and Satak so much. Like, I will follow Nesrin and Satak to the cold, bitter end. And I love the bit where he tells her to run, like he's trying to buy her time because they're being ambushed by the vowed spider things, and she doesn't want to leave him, but he's like, go. So she goes, and as soon as she leaves, she's like, what have I done? Like, what have I done? Like, she regrets it so much, and she's like, no, I'm going to go back to him. If it was me now, I'm not going back, because I like my life. Like, thanks, boo. You gave me the choice to run away, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'll call for help, but then you'll probably be dead, but, I tried. But, like, she doesn't do that. She regrets it instantly, and she goes back to him. She is Niece Arrow, and she is going to find her love. Talk about Irene Towers. Okay, at first I disliked her because I thought she was annoying me. I understand that Ardalian soldiers from Ardalen basically killed her mother. If that was me, of course every time I see a soldier from Ardalen, I'm gonna be like, yo, you're the people who killed my mum. Like, you're the ones who's responsible. Your king's responsible, and like, therefore you are. But just the same way, the sins of the father should not be transpired onto the sons. The sins of the king. Like, she was just being really, not ignorant, but like, Kel tries to explain sometimes, and she's like, nope, I don't want to hear it, nope. And I'm like, cool, I understand you're upset, and if this was like the 3rd book in a 6-book series, and we had time, I'll be like, yeah, be angry, but we don't have time, because Maeve is about to kill my girl, Aileen, and we need you to fix Kel's legs, so he can go and join the squad, to go and flip and fight her out of Dornell. Like, we need to leave, like, we need to get her out. I was so angry. Like, can you forgive him, please? Because he hasn't done anything to you. We need his legs so he can fight. Anyway, at the end of the book, I do like her now. She's not my favourite character, but she is Kale's wife. She's Kale's wife. Kale got married without Dorian, and I'm not okay with it. Sarah, don't play with me. As soon as this war has blown over, okay, I'm going to need a little novella, Literally, you don't need to turn it into like a 600-page book like you've done with Tower of Dawn, though I wouldn't mind. All I simply need is this little novella talking about Irin and Kale's second wedding, where Dorian literally, physically hands Kale over to Irin. Okay, that's all I want. So Kale being given to Irin, that's all I need, Sarah. Okay, and then I'll be able to rest peacefully. Because if you expect me to believe for 1 minute that Kale got married, Kale got married without Dorian, I'm not having it, mate. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Not having it. And yeah, but Irin, she's okay now. Not my favourite character. If she died, I'd be upset for like 3 pages. But I do quite like her. Is another character that I absolutely adore. Hussar, Borte and Satak are definitely my favourite new characters we met in this this book, sorry, Tower of Dawn. I like snarky, witty females, and that is exactly what these 3 are. Hussar and Borte definitely remind me so much of Beak, and I think they should form the AA Kill Squad, the Ardalinian Artican Kill Squad, the AA Kill Squad. I think they'd be so awesome, and I can't wait till these characters like cross paths, because it's going to be epic. Hussar versus Manon versus Borte. That's all I need in my life as well, and I will rest easily. I hope they do survive. Borte, her fiance, and Hussar. I feel like we've been introduced to them, we've grown to love them, and we are going to get them ripped away from us. Because that's what Sarah does, that's what authors do. They give you people you love, people you come to admire and want to marry, and then they rip them away from your very breast. I really do love those characters. I love them so much. Duva, I feel like Duva shouldn't have been the one possessed by the Valg, and she was pregnant, and I was so worried for that baby. I was surprised the baby even made it through. Like, I thought Sarah was going to kill that baby. I thought that baby was fair game in this war against the Valg. No, but the baby was fine. I think it should have been Aragon that was possessed. I hate Aragon. Maybe we'll come to like him later, but I hate him. I really do dislike him. I just don't think he's a likable character. Like, Kashin's likable, Satak is lovable, but Aragon, he twists me the wrong way. But I like reading about him. He seems interesting. We also find out Lysandra has 1 living relative. I was shocked. I was not expecting to get something like that out of this book. The characters from our Empire of Storms, of course, are mentioned they're mentioned quite a lot, and I really liked that we are constantly referring to them, because it just reminds us that Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn is taking place at the exact same time. We are getting news given to Kale and Nesrin from Empire of Storms as it's currently happening. We get told about the battle on the beach, getting told that Aileen wins, which we'll move on to a second. But yeah, I really like that they were mentioned quite a lot. But Lysandra has an uncle who's living, and when I started reading about how Nesrin figured it out, I was shaking like, oh my gosh, because Nesrin says everything adds up to what her uncle was saying, the dates and stuff like that. The only thing that doesn't add up is Lysandra's appearance. But if you remember, I'm going to put the book it's from down below. Lysandra says she doesn't even remember what she originally looks like. Like, the face she currently wears is like the face of a courtesan she saw one day that she loved, she thought was beautiful, and she took it. Like, Lysandra's like Arya, you know? She's like Arya from Game of Thrones. She takes faces. The way they take faces is different, but, you know, the concept is the same. But we found that out, and now I'm really excited to see if how Lysandra's going to react and stuff like that. If their reunion is going to be like Aidian's but Aidian's and Aileen is kind of different because they knew each other. Lysandra has never known him, but he is her only living relative, and I'm so excited to find that out. Like, I can't wait to find it out. It's gonna be great. Now, at the end of towards the ending of Tower of Dawn, Kale and Nesrin received news that Aileen went head to head with Mayave and walked away from it basically unscorched. Oh, my sweet summer child. They do not know that Aileen isn't Aileen. Aileen is actually Lysandra wearing Aileen's skin. Our Aileen is trapped with the Queen of the Valg. I repeat, the Queen of the Valg. The Queen of the Valg. And she is not safe. Now, I'm wondering, this is either how it's going to be revealed. Kel and his new wife, Irin, are going to get back to the gang. We're going to meet Aileen. And maybe Irin will sense like, this is not the woman I met. And, you know, her and Kel will discuss it. And Kel will be like, well, are you sure? And Irin will be like, I'm positive. Like, that is not Aileen. Which will cause Kale to confront Aileen and our gang. And hopefully, well, they will eventually tell him that, yes, it's not Aileen. Aileen has been captured. And that is why Lysandra's pretending to be her. So we can put our armies at ease. But also I'm thinking that with the absence of Rowan and Aileen's there, Kale will kind of think something fishy is going on anyway. So, and they are his, like, Aileen's trusted allies. They all know each other. They all trust each other to a degree. So, and Dorian knows. So, hopefully, they will find out straight away. But I just think, like, it would be cool if Irin, you know, recognized, this is not the woman who saved me. This is not the woman who taught me to fight. This is not the woman who gave me that money and left that note. And Kale confronting them, because maybe they'll take up Aileen's methods, you know, Aileen's methods of being secretive and not revealing things. But I don't know, but that was just a thought, because when we received that news, I was thinking, oh no, they're going to find out, you know, now that Aileen's not safe. But then I forgot, of course the people watching, it would look like Aileen has left, because Lysandra instantly, upon Aileen's capture, took that, you know, took her form. So it looks like Aileen's okay, but she's not. Isn't it going to be great when Mayave, like, hears the news of Aileen marching to Terrazin, and she's thinking, I've got Aileen right here. So what are they talking about? And Aileen, you know, she's, even though she's been captured, she's the one with the last laugh, because an Aileen Galinthus still exists. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, that's one thing I was wondering about, and I was so sad about when reading Tower of Dawn, because I realized they don't know the truth. I think those are the main things I really was eager to talk about in this book talk. There's so much more I know I want to say, but like my mind right now is a spiral. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I want to know what you guys thought of Tower of Dawn, because some of the reviews I've been watching don't seem to be the most positive. Like, I think it's just more neutral, whereas me, I was like really like excited to, you know, read it. Ashley Outpaced, I just subscribed to her. She has such an amazing review on this book, so I think you should go and watch it. But that's all I had to say about this book, really. I thoroughly enjoyed Tower of Dawn. So that's it, and I shall see you guys on my next video, hopefully with better camera quality.